Hey there, kids. Welcome to another video. This one is lesson 9 and the problem set for module 2. And this is really just, there's no notes because it's a compilation of all that multiplication we've been working on for all the previous lessons. And if you would like to know the objective, it's at the bottom of the page. Fluently multiply multi-digit whole numbers using the standard algorithm to solve multi-step word problems. So multi-step word problems, yes, they are always a special challenge to read and understand these things. So anyway, let's jump right in. An office space in New York City measures 48 feet by 56 feet. If it sells for $565 per square foot, what is the total cost of the office space? So when you're finding open floor space, it's called area. So area equals length times width. This is the length and the width, and this word by would represent this multiplication sign. So when you set it up, you're going to multiply 48 times 56 so that we can find all the squares that would cover the floor in that office space. Then we can find out the price per square foot. So start multiplying. 6 times 8, 48, carry the 4. 6 times 4 is 24 plus 4 is 28. First partial product, 288. Now hold this spot with a 0 or leave it blank. Get over to the tens place where you start multiplying with the 5. 5 times 8 is 40. 0 down, 4 up. We'll just use this one. 5 times 4 is 20 plus 4 is 24. So let's find out how many squares are in this space. 8, 8, 6, 2. 2,688 feet squared, and so you would label it feet squared just to understand what you're talking about. But we now have to figure out the cost that is total to rent that. So we're going to take all the squares and then multiply it by the cost for one so that we can get the cost for all. So let's start multiplying. It's 3 digits, so it's going to be 3 lines of partial products. 5 times 8, 40. Then 40 again plus 4 is 44. Then 5 times 6 is 30 plus 4 is 34. 5 times 2 is 10 plus 3 is 13. That's your first partial product. Done here. Move over to the tens place. 6 times 8 is 48. Carry the 4. We'll use that one. 6 times 8 is 48 plus 4 is 52. Carry the 5. 6 times 6, 36 plus 5, 41. And 6 times 2 is 12 plus 4 is 16. That's your second partial product. And we're done here. And sometimes when it gets a little messy, I might clear it out at the top because I have another digit I have to multiply by. So let's move over to the hundreds place. That's why I have 2 zeros here because this is really 500 times 2,688. Start in the hundreds place. 5 times 8 is 40. 0 down, 4 up. 5 times 8 is 40. Again, plus 4 is 44. Carry the 4. 5 times 6 is 30 plus 4 is 34. It's all sounding familiar, right? 5 times 2 is 10 plus 3 is 13. Because it's just like the first time we did it. So we have the 13440 and 13440 plus the 2 zeros from the 500. Now we're going to add and find out the cost. 8 and 4 is 12. 4, 5, 6, 7. 4 and 3 is 7 plus 1 is 8. 6 and 4 is 10 plus 1 is 11. 3, 4, 5, and then 1. And so this is all whole numbers, no decimals or anything. So put your commas in. And you should end up with $1,518,720 for the office space. So, yep, that's so New York. Very expensive to rent space in New York City. Let's move on. All right, so we have problem number 2. I think on last year's video I had half the problem where I was like, talking and solving and nobody could see it. I'm like, uh-oh, I think I need to remake this video. Okay, so here we are. Gemma and Leah are both jewelry makers. Gemma made 106 beaded necklaces. Leah made 39 more necklaces than Gemma. Okay, that's just your story. Each necklace they make has exactly 104 beads on it. How many beads did both girls use all together while making their necklaces. So let's take a look. We've got Gemma and Leah. Always, when you do word problems, the strategy is to read, draw, write. So we read it, now we're going to draw something. Anything that helps you understand what's happening. So Gemma made 106 beaded necklaces. They're telling you that is what she made, 106. It's not a comparison, that is the fact. Leah made more. Leah made 39 more than Gemma. She made 39 more than Gemma. So she made everything Gemma made, which is the 106, and 39 more. So we don't have an exact number for Leah until we add these. So in order to solve, you're going to add these two unlike amounts to find out the total for Leah. 6 plus 9, 15, carry the 1. And then to switch from multiplication to addition, you have to kind of change your thinking. We're just going straight up and down now. So 6 plus 9 is 15, carry the 1, 3 plus 1 is 4, and then bring that down. So Leah made 145 necklaces. Label everything. Label everything. I keep saying that. For sure. Really do it. Okay? Now, each necklace they made has exactly 104 beads on it. So how many beads did both girls use altogether? Well, some students might want to take 106 times 104 and then 145 times 104, but you could just combine the two totals, 106 and 145, and find out all the necklaces. So again, we're adding. 6 plus 5 is 11, carry the 1, 4 plus 1 is 5, and then 1 plus 1 is 2. And so this is going to be the necklaces in all. And then we can use our 104 to find out how many beads on all the necklaces that were made. Now, since 104 has a 0, I'm going to put 251 on the top and 104 on the bottom because I like putting zeros on the bottom. That will give me only two partial products. Now we're multiplying, not adding, so change your brain and start thinking about doing that. High five across the top. 4 times 1 is 4, 4 times 5 is 20, carry the 2, 4 times 2 is 8, plus 2 is 10. Now I'm done with the 4, so done. The 0 can hold this place right here, that's this one, okay? Now I'm in the hundreds place, and it's a 1, easy peasy. 1 times 1, 1 times 5, 1 times 2, and of course it should be 251 because that's what I was multiplying with 1. So then we add 4, 0, 1, 5 plus 1 is 6, and then 2. So this is how many beads, go back and read the question, how many beads did both girls use all together? So label your answer, beads and all. Now there's more for this problem. At a recent craft fair, Gemma sold each of her necklaces for $14. Okay, great. Leah sold each of her necklaces for $10 more. Who made more money at the craft fair? Okay, well, first of all, I could answer this by looking at my tape diagram from above. If Leah sold her necklaces for more money and she made more necklaces, obviously Leah made more. But I need to know how much more, okay? So let's figure out how much each girl made, and then we can find the difference. So to find out how much money Gemma made, we're going to take the amount of necklaces she made, which is 106, and multiply by 14. And so it's fun having zeros on the top. Let's multiply and find out. 6 times 4 is 24. 2 goes up, falls down. There's your 24. 4 times 1 is 4. And we only have one other digit in the tens place. Start here. 1 times 6 is 6. 1 times 0 is 0. There was nothing to carry. And then the 1. But again, 1 times 106 is 106. Here's the 0 for the ones place. Add that up and find out how much money Gemma made. So add 6 plus 2 is 8, 4, 1. So $1,484 for Gemma. Next, we have Leah with her 145. And now her necklaces didn't sell for 14, it was for $10 more. So $10 more then 14 is $24. Now that's going to be for Leah's, for one of Leah's. Okay, so that's her amount. So we already know she's making more money on more necklaces. Let's find out how much. 5 times 4, 20. And then 16 here plus 2 is 18. 4 times 1 is 4 plus 1 is 5. Hold the spot with a 0. 2 times 5 is 10. There's a 0 here. Carry the 1. 2 times 4 is 8 plus 1 is 9. Nothing to carry. And then 2 times 1 is 2. Add these up. Add. 9 plus 5 is 14. And then we have $3,480 for Leah. Now, the final question is how much more? So you're going to find the difference. 3480 minus 1484. This is all money, but we're finding the difference. Subtraction from a 0. No problem. Go next door, take 1 and give 10. Worry about this later. 10 minus 4, 6. 7 minus 8 cannot be done. Go next door, take 1 and give 10. 17 minus 8 can be done, and it's 9. 3 minus 4 can't be done, but that's okay. Go next door, take 1 and give 10. 13 minus 4 is 9 again, and 2 minus 1 is 1. So the difference between them, you're going to say you want to write Leah made more, or $1,996 more. Okay, yay, and this is money. So hopefully that's pretty clear, and then we'll turn the page and keep working. So we have a few more problems. Okay, Peng bought 26 treadmills for her new fitness center at $1,334 each. Then she bought 19 stationary bikes for $749 each. How much did she spend on her new equipment? First, write an expression and then solve. So writing an expression is simply a way of setting things up before you start. So you're putting all the numbers into one piece. So usually I love to just start working on it, but this program really loves it when you write an expression. So if I need to figure out how much all the treadmills cost, okay, I'm just going to put a T up here to let you know I'm solving for treadmills. It's going to be the 26 treadmills, okay, times $1,334 each, because I have to find out the total cost of this and combine that with the 19 stationary bikes and their cost. That's the 19 bikes times $749 each. And this is for the stationary bikes. Okay, now once you find out this and this, then you can put them together. But first we have to do a couple of multiplication problems. Okay, so set that up using the standard algorithm. 6 times 4 is 24, carry the 2. Then 6 times 3 is 18 plus 2 is 20. 18 again plus 2 is 20. And then 6 times 1 is 6 plus 2 is 8. Next one, hold the spot with the 0, move over to the 2 tens. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 3 is 6, and again 6, and 2 times 1 is 2. We only have 2 digits there, so 2 lines of data. Add that up. 4, 8, 6. 8 plus 6 is 14. Carry the 1, and 2 and 1 is 3. Now this is whole numbers, and it's money. So we're going to label it with a comma and a dollar sign, $34,684 on treadmills. Remember, that's what the T is for. We're going to add that to this one. So 749 times 19. Let's figure that out. 9 times 9, 81. That's a lot to add, but that's okay. So 9 times 4 is 36. 36 plus 8. Okay, I always do 36 plus 10 is 46, and then just go down 2, so 44. And then 9 times 7 is 63, plus 4, 67. Down to the second partial product, which is multiplying with a 1 in the tens place. Hold your 0. 1 times 9, 1 times 4, 1 times 7. So 749 times 1. Great, 749, but it's really 10. Hold that 0. Add that and get your 1. 9 plus 4 is 13. 7 and 1 is 8, and then 8 plus 4 is 12. And then 13 plus 1 is 14. So now we have another whole number, pretty big, 14,231, and we have to add these two together. Now, since there are a lot of digits, I mean, you could put the answer, but I always say just rewrite it. 34,684, use the standard algorithm for addition. 14,231, in case you have to regroup and carry over. You don't want to make a careless mistake at this point after setting up all this good work. 4 plus 1 is 5, 8, then 9, 10, 11. Carry the 1, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8, and 4. Only one carry, but you don't want to mess up at this point. $48,915 spent on new equipment. Okay, there you go. So there's another good one. Now, we have the next one. A Hudson Valley farmer has 26 employees. He pays each employee $410 per week. After paying his workers for 1 week, the farmer has $162 left in his bank account. How much money did he have at first? So these are kind of fun. Don't let them scare you. It's basically saying, here's a tape diagram. Tape diagrams are great for like a part to whole amount. He has these 26 people that he pays $410 per week. So if you look at this amount that he's going to pay them, okay, so this is 1 week's wages. He's got $162 left, and they're saying, how much was there at first? So let's figure out how much the wages took out of the account, and then we can put it back together with this to get our total. So take your 410 times 26 and do a standard algorithm. 6 times 0 is 0. 6 times 1 is 6. 6 times 4 is 24. Well, that's about with a 0. 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 1, 2. 2 times 4 is 8. Add them up. 0s, 6, 6, and 10. Now this is paid to employees. Then don't forget about this amount. Let's take this $10,660 and combine that with the 162. Now we're not multiplying, we're adding. We're adding here, okay? We're going to put that together with what's left over. So add, just going straight up and down, 6 and 6, 12, 6, 7, 8. Don't forget what you're doing, you're adding. And so $10,822 is what he had, the farmer had $10,822 at first. Okay? There you go. Hopefully that's helpful. Ooh, this one is a doozy. Okay. Francis is sewing a border around 2 rectangular tablecloths that each measure 9 feet long by 6 feet wide. If it takes her 3 minutes to sew on 1 inch of border, how many minutes will it take her to complete her sewing project? Write an expression and then solve. Now, previously on the other video, it's like I just want to jump in and start solving. I want to draw the pictures. I want to write it. And I talked about changing everything from feet to inches right away. I still prefer doing it that way. You should probably check out last year's video if you want to see what I did there. But they, in the expression that they would prefer you use, they just want to set up this big string using the feet. So let me just show you how you're supposed to do that first. First of all, you're going to take 2 tablecloths, okay? And in order to find the distance around them, okay, they measure 9 feet long by 6 feet wide, but what you're trying to do is you're trying to get this border. So we're not finding the area like we did in a previous problem. We're finding the perimeter. And the distance around is to measure the 9 plus 6 plus 9 plus 6. So here, find the 9 plus 6 plus 9 plus 6. And this is all in feet. So just remember that this is feet right here. And we have 2 of these tablecloths. That's what this 2 is for, okay? Now, a lot of you guys might be saying, don't forget to put your multiplication sign. Okay, putting the number on the outside of a parenthesis is multiplication, but I'll put that there just to make everybody happy. Okay, so here is the perimeter of 1, but we're going to multiply it by 2, okay? Now, after we do this, we're going to have the measurement of the feet, but I have to convert to inches. So the next thing we're going to have to do is multiply by 12 in order to convert this whole amount to inches. And then we're going to have to multiply all that by the 3 minutes it's going to take to sew on each inch. So yeah, this is the craziest thing, and I just laugh when I think they want 5th graders to know this. Like, what? It's like, to me, when I look back on my math, I'm all, oh, that's like college math. Anyway, so this is the expression that they would like you to get. It's actually a lot easier once we get going, so let's jump in and solve it. Always in parentheses, we solve that first. Okay, so 9 plus 9 is 18. 18 plus 6 is 24, and 24 plus 6 is 30. So if I end up with 2 times 30 times 12 times 3, and when we work on PEMDAS, that's the order of operations and, what is really important. So now that we've done that, we work left to right, okay? So now I have 2 times 30, which is 60. And then we have times 12 times 3. Now I have 60 times 12, or if you think of 6 times 12, which is 72 with the 0, then I take that and I multiply by 3. So now I actually have worked on, like last year's video, if you check out all the things that I really would prefer to do, including making a picture, I can do this, but I don't like it. It doesn't make me feel like satisfied, like I'm really solving it, but this is the way the Common Core does it. That's why they're mathematicians and I'm a teacher. So anyway, we have our 720 times 3. And so you can use your standard algorithm for this simple problem. 3 times 0 is 0, 3 times 2 is 6, and 3 times 7 is 21. And you end up with your 2,160 minutes to complete the border, or to complete the project. Honestly, I'd rather be a teacher than a mathematician, so yay, a lot more fun. Okay, and the last one, and look, we're almost done. And these actually are easier than the previous ones because the previous ones are super challenging as far as problems go. Each grade level at Hooperville Schools has 298 students each. If there are 13 grade levels, how many students attend Hooperville Schools? See what I mean? Easy. 298 times 13 is your expression. Let's move this down and use the standard algorithm. 8 times 3 is 24. 9 times 3 is 27, 28, 29. And then 3 times 2 is 6 plus 2 is 8. Next line, it's a 1. Hooray! Hold this with a 0, and then it's 298, or 8, 9, 2, in that order. 4, so we're adding 9 plus 8, 17, and then we have basically 9 plus 9, 18, and then 3. So 3,874, let's label it students. And I hope these videos are helpful. Please click subscribe and come back again. Now we're comparing. A nearby district, Willington, is much larger. They have 12 times as many students. How many students attend schools in Willington? So what you're going to do is you're going to take this 3,874 that you already figured out and then multiply it by 12 so you can find the total number of students. Let's use the standard algorithm. So put it below. 2 times 4, 8, and then 2 times 7, 14. 2 times 8, 16, plus 1 is 17. 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1 is 7. Next one, again, thank you for the 1, because 1 times 4 is 1, and then 7, and then 8, and 3, and it should be 3, 8, 7, 4, and the 0. Let's add. 8 comes down, 4 and 4 is 8, 7 and 7 is 14, and then 8 plus 8 is 16, and 3 plus 1 is 4. That's a lot more students in Willington. And you know what? That wasn't so bad, was it? Come back again. We'll see you on another video. Bye for now.